You ever get called out for liking a certain anime? Made to feel lesser for enjoying a simplistic plotline? Roasted alive for thinking a show with strange animation was actually entertaining? Given bombastic side-eye for liking a strange genre? Or worst of all, had a show you enjoyed called the most dreaded term of all? Mid? Vinland Saga? More like Midland Saga. Demon Slayer? More like D-Mid Slayer. Jujutsu Kaisen? More like mid Kaisen. You get the point. It can get quite tiring to have insults hurled at you for simply having an opinion, right? Well, fear not, fellow supporters of the Diamond in the Rough. You have an ally in me. For today, I shall give examples and discuss how it's okay to think differently when it comes to anime. Oh, hey, by the way, give me a like and consider subbing to see more content like this in the future. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. Let me start by giving an example of a show that might fall into the simplistic plot category for me. I'll say it. Rent-A-Girlfriend is peak, okay? Well, maybe not quite peak, but I greatly enjoy the show and I won't let the haters tell me otherwise. The comedic elements are enjoyable. The character designs are easy on the eyes. The character progression is... and it has some of the best girls out there. Especially Mommy. Is Rent-A-Girlfriend the greatest piece of fiction ever put to paper? No, of course not. But it doesn't have to be, nor does it try to. But you know what it does do? It makes you feel better about yourself because my goodness, is Kazuya ever the human embodiment of the word oof. And if you want even more pain, just go ahead and read the manga. You'll hate how much you love it. But seriously though, despite the imperfections, I still find myself having a good time watching and reading this series. And what more should you need than to enjoy something? Simplicity of plot can be a good thing for many shows. I don't need a show about a guy who likes a rental girlfriend to have 15 complex plot threads that give interwoven and intricate foreshadowing. It doesn't have to have some grander objective. Shows like that already exist in abundance. Sometimes you just want to turn your brain off and have a good time. Other shows that might fit this description are shows like Demon Slayer and One Punch Man. Demon Slayer has the most jaw-dropping action you can find in any anime, period. Oh, and Tiny Nezuko. Just look at her, she's so cute. And One Punch Man will make you laugh at its exaggerated tropes and goofy character designs. But it'll also hit you with some absolutely unfiltered hype as well. These shows aren't overly complicated, and this is done on purpose for the most part. These types of shows just want the viewer or reader to have a good time. What about a show that might be judged solely on its visuals? Well, look no further than Ranking of Kings. You wouldn't believe how many people I've talked to that have never even given this show a chance because it, quote, looks like a cartoon. Now, I'm sorry if I'm the first person you have to hear this from, but all anime is basically just Japanese cartoons. At least stylistically speaking. Now, you probably shouldn't let your kids watch Chainsaw Man or something like that, but I stand by my point. Ranking of Kings takes all of a few minutes to show that it's so much more than a cartoonish art style. It has one of the strongest cast of characters I've seen in years. Every time you think you've got someone figured out, they subvert your expectations beautifully. In contrast to the otherwise wonderful Rent-A-Girlfriend, Ranking of Kings has incredible character development as well. This development usually leading to those subversions I mentioned earlier. And all of this with a main character that has as many voice lines as a typical Bethesda main character. Don't let the style fool you. I implore you to give this one a try. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and these animes show that you don't have to fit into a visual mold in order to be truly beautiful. Ranking of Kings doesn't need to match the visual prowess of Demon Slayer to have impactful fight scenes. It doesn't need to show me a beautiful vista like Violet Evergarden to impress me with its setting. You can get even more immersed in the realism of a character than you can the realism of an environment, or at least I can. A few shows that might fit this same criteria are shows like Odd Taxi and Made in Abyss. Odd Taxi has a unique style even if you ignore the fact that all the characters are animals. But even in spite of the animal designs, it tells a very human set of stories. Made in Abyss fronts is a cute and possibly even friendly world with its bright colors and cartoony character proportions. But do not let looks fool you on this one, or you're going to be in for a bad time. Or perhaps a really good time, depending on your disposition. I'd say it's worth the pain either way, though. And my goodness, the soundtrack is breathtaking at times in Made in Abyss. If you just let your initial visual judgments paint your perception, you could miss out on some of the best shows you may ever watch. In some cases, a show can even reach you and pull you out of your genre comfort zone. I'm not typically the target audience for a cute girls doing cute things show, but Bocchi the Rock absolutely pulled me in. Like Ranking of Kings with appearances, Bocchi the Rock can get written off by many because it just looks like a cute girl show. And while yes, there very much is a lot of cute girl antics, there are also many mature themes explored here as well. We see a character in Bocchi who has an almost crippling level of social anxiety, and although this is often played off as comedic, almost everyone can relate to at least one awkward situation Bocchi finds herself in. And by the way, that comedy I mentioned is incredible. I found myself legitimately laughing out loud. Not like a cheeky smile, but like an actual audible laugh. But even with this level of comedic execution, we still see Bocchi growing and learning to overcome her fears, even if only a little at a time. And if you're a fan of a show where the animators are allowed to go absolutely bonkers with freedom of expression, this show is loaded to the gills with personality. Oh, and don't forget the actual focus of the show, the music. It kind of slaps as well. Don't close out an entire genre from one or even a couple bad experiences, because you might just find your next favorite show. Stepping out of your comfort zone every now and again can be a rewarding experience in many ways. You might find one show that breaks out of a genre you've never liked, or you may discover a brand new genre that gives you many new shows to dive into. Bocchi the Rock can have a mature discussion while still being about cute girls doing cute things. It can have absolutely off-the-wall, wild animations and still tell a coherent and meaningful story. I myself have had a few shows like Bocchi the Rock that have broke through my usual genre barriers. A couple examples of this for me are 86 and ReZero. 86 has some absolutely wild plot twists in it that keep you on your toes while you're watching. And it also has one of the absolute best season finales I have ever seen in anime. I still rewatch a certain scene at least once a month. As for ReZero, I just really love talking about it. Isekai is one of my personal least favorite genres on average, but ReZero has maintained an easy top 5 or higher spot on my list of favorite shows ever since I watched it. Rim is best girl. If you get through the description of a show and you like what you see, don't allow genre tags to discourage you. Give shows a chance to prove they're more than whatever category someone might put them in. Anime has something for everyone, and a show that is impactful for you will not be as impactful to someone else, just as the inverse is also true. I love Rent a Girlfriend. I love Ranking of Kings. And I love Bocchi the Rock. But you know what? It's okay if you don't. If we all liked the same things, that would probably be pretty boring. Even though I think we can all agree on Mommy being best girl. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. But please, don't ever feel pressured into not liking something because people around you don't feel the same way. Android had an old ad campaign that I think said it best. Be together, not the same. And that, my friends, is how I believe it should be. If you liked the video, I'd certainly appreciate a sub, and let me know down below what anime you've always had to defend yourself for enjoying, and we can all laugh at those unfortunate, closed-minded souls together. And with that said, I look forward to seeing you there, fellow anime lovers. Bye-bye for now.